no angles. They're all just sat in pit. If they push B, Pulse, tries to get a couple of frags, tries to...
If he dies, it's over.
If he dies, it's over. They're just sort of sat there, just trapped in pit. The amount of times they've just been pushed and died is absolutely ridiculous. And it is Inferno. We are in. They're not going for the 4-stack B. Fantastic.
Well, 3 players this time towards the B-bomb side from Endpoint. Actually, aggression here towards Banana early on. It's going to be Mr. Hoyt towards top Banana here. Spots out the players, but eventually will be flashed off the angle as the fullback. Banana control potentially in the hands here for Radix.
Okay, obviously in terms of the lineup as well now, Snods, we do have the official 5 that are on Endpoint. Robin's been added to the roster. For a reason there. Kicks it off with a nice little early tap. Does take down Dream. Goes back for more. Sloppy seconds. Can he claim it? As Zio is just waiting to deal some damage. Zio in the server as well, the big man himself. Unfortunately, has been laid out.
He's been laid out clean. Just to speak of the roster as well, for Radix. We'll do it after the pistol round because Hoy brings this one back into a favourable position potentially for Radix. As the push comes through, the aforementioned pit position here from Endpoint pays his dividends back as it's now going to be the 4 versus 1.
Yeah, this is nice. A lot more standard from Endpoint. None of these shenanigans. And they pick it off. They actually do just take the aim battles, be able to find the frags and close it down. 2K there from Max and Robin and 1 frag from Thomas. And add that together, Snods, that's 5. That's a round.
Quick maths.
That's what you want.
So, the roster here for Radix. Obviously, we spoke about Endpoint. Luz are coming back from his holiday. Lads on tour. Max, Thomas, Pulse, Luz, and Robin. This is the one that surprised me. Obviously, once they removed Shiki, Max was supposed to call, and there were rumours of Boaster, and Boaster being the IGL. To be fair, I wasn't sold. Even though Boaster was the former champion. I felt like for an IGL, they could maybe go for a European one.
The thing is as well, though, they need someone very tactical heavy. That's what this roster needed. Boaster's a little bit of a hybrid player because he can step up majorly. If he has a good start, how lethally can be towards endgame, right? He just constantly builds that confidence. He's a loud gamer. It's called Boaster for a reason, Snod. Do you know what I mean? But we just didn't really see them gel, I guess. They've decided to go for Robin. I don't know what I really feel about that. Obviously, you've got the major ban there, so it kind of limits them in what Endpoint can do if they are to pick up some big results.
Well, obviously the major, they didn't qualify for the minors, and that's going to be what? The next major's IM Katowice, no?
Yeah. So
which is 2019. You've got 8 months, haven't you? So they've got time where they can try and build and facilitate a roster that can potentially try and cause a stir within Europe. But I think Robin's a good player to add. Obviously, in terms of tactics, is he going to be this tactical mastermind? Most likely not, but is he going to be a player that can work around strong talent? Yes, I think that's why he fits his team very well. Thomas, very talented player. Luzzer, a player that I feel like it can be quite hard to structure rounds around a player like Luzzer, especially Thomas as well. I feel like if you have an in-game leader, such as a Robin, or, obviously the easiest example would be Karrigan, someone who has a team with lots of skill. I feel like he's going to be better suited for an IGL like that, so I think Robin fits the play in that regard. Robin as well brings very, very high skill with that sort of fast Cloud9-esque style of play which Stewie brought there. So I think it can work. The problem is, obviously, what do they fall back on? If they start losing rounds, if things go tits up early, do they have the tactical depth, the strategy to grind out rounds and keep things competitive? I'm not sure.
Well, 1 minute and 28 seconds left on the clock into this one. They've already lost 1 man. That is Robin that is gone. The Swede has been put to bed. They've sent him out on a little boat on a river, set it on fire, the Viking funeral. Max just holding the elevated angle, waiting to see if anyone is going to dare to come towards Banana, but instead it does appear to be a play up towards the A site. Lazar just backing off, obviously trying to use that MP9 in an efficient range if he can. Max gets contact as well now, Snods, but it seems like this is going to be the true play on the A site. In terms of utility, there is none. Absolutely zilch. The JKM does have the Nova, though, and he's in CT.
Oh, first shot. Doesn't get the frag. It's going to be an easy cleanup from the M4 from Mighty Max. And so obviously this is the Falika coming out from Radix, but they still have the skill to back it up. The Glock actually from Hoyt, finishing the job from earlier. And now the split coming in towards the B site. Pulse going to be quarantined from Banana and towards CT, but Ice says the first frag towards Banana, and now he has to try and deny the plan as best as possible towards B.
The retake's got to come through. 24 HP left on Roman right now. They try and hold an angle together. The Nova comes through. But in the end, it is Lazar that just decimate on the retake. 2 easy frags for the MP9. No bomb either for Radix. So you don't get the extra cash there, but at least we're at round 4 now. So the AKs can come through. And this is where the game is now going to get serious.
AWP for Lazza. Has a good spawn actually to peek in towards apartments if you want to push in towards second mid and try and collect that first frag. And yeah, he does run so far towards the quad side, so that could be a pick for them. They are sending 3 players towards the B site. No need to get aggressive here if you are Lazza, towards the A site if you are a man down. Ooh. Getting close here. Jacob could be caught off guard.
The classic crouch face. It's outdone him, Snods. Wasn't ready for it, misses the shot. Loses his lips as well, and the push now comes up. Thomas has to go huge, tries to get the spray down, but instead it's just a little bit of a tap. Basically, Mr. Hoy's gone running into the B. He's not got his socks or shoes on. He stepped on a plug. It's hurt quite a lot. It's done a big chunk of damage, but he's fine, Snods. He's not dead.
Yeah, I mean, if he stepped on a Lego, then he'd be dead.
Yeah, that would take you out.
Robin now in the 1 versus 4. Obviously, trying his best here to try and save the M4 into the next round. Has a Molotov and flash as well to boot into round number 5. In terms of timings, Robin's going to win it. Has the AWP from Lazza you can save. I actually feel like Radix should have anticipated that a bit more. Obvious that Robin would try and save the AWP, drop towards the apartments. But as I said, if you're playing 3 towards B, the players towards the A side do not need to get aggressive. You are taking map control towards Banana. Use that as your advantage. Don't try and gain that advantage where you're already lesser manned towards A. He had the spawn, and he couldn't say no. And right now, he's telling Robin why that was still the correct play.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, I know.
That's a little harmless flame. I love Lazza. But he's my little curly whirly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, mate. Interesting enough, when we were at that Epic LAN event, Lazza signed into his Xbox account so we could turn off game DVR on the PC.
Oh, dear.
But what he didn't realise was that that then set the profile picture of that PC as like 14-year-old Lazza's face. And he couldn't turn it off, and obviously other people were using the PC, so if it was on the lock screen, you just saw little child Lazza's head.
No.
So that was good.
Oh, dearie me. Well, well, well. Into this round, though, Lazza not going to have the AWP. Instead, it's Robin. So, 2 players towards the B side from Endpoint. The 5-7 from Pulse. And the UMP from Mighty Max. Pulse playing towards CT. He has the smoke, so once he does spot the players coming in, he can smoke up close and force them to rush through the smoke. And there it is. Flash should come in from Max as well. Doesn't peek with a flashbang just yet. Still, trepid plays from Radix towards the B sides. They are slowly forcing the rotations towards B and drawing out. Did you hear that?
Little chick. Someone sat on a chicken.
I know, how sad. And drawing out the utility towards B.
Not what you want. Jacob goes first, but goes down straight away as well. Robin with an easy kill from the AWP, falls back to a little bit of a further position, just playing behind the cart, waiting for the kills to come towards him. Lazza just goes straight in with the deagle, dives towards him, but there was no crash mat, so he's hurt his knees. He's dead.
Oof. Nice little quick scope there from Robin. Connects onto Hoy, but once again, it's just a plug. It's not Lego. 3 versus 3 as the flash comes in towards quad. Going to be clearing out that position. Now the plant can happen. A player in towards graveyard, 2 towards site. In terms of after plant positions, they're not very good here from Radix, but it's all down to Roma with the advantageous position.
Ooh, smokes up, push comes through. Thomas annihilates the first man. Roma with the adjustment, but he couldn't quite take down Max. It's all on Dream now. He definitely will have a Dream in for this one, but seems like he's going to be sleeping with the fishes as he goes down to Mighty Max. They get a 4th round, they reset Radix and come straight back into effect. Now, Endpoint CT side has been by far its weakest point on this map recently, Snots. They have been struggling game in, game out, I think it's fair to say. It's a good start from Max as well, currently with 8 frags to his name, looking pretty effective.
Yeah. Poor after plant there from Radix. 4 versus 3. Versus the force buy from Endpoint. They have 2 players on site. 1 graveyard, 1 pit. Didn't have the crossfire they needed. Didn't have the support as well through utility to try and delay Endpoint on the retake, but also mostly just the crossfires. No one going towards apartments where the bomb was planted for apartments. Instead, trying to play for the frags doesn't quite work in their favor, but now Radix trying to make the game a bit simpler here. Jack just pushing, getting aggressive with the picks.
Yeah, game of push and pull right now as they're grouped up. It's only 3 Musketeers that remain, Roma, Jacob, and Zio. They're all stuck there. JKM's just watching the flank. Roma trying to help them out. They just bide their time. They do have the bomb. Double smoke, 1 molly to get themselves in and block off all the lines of sight. They've only got a minute on the clock to actually decide what they are going to do. 3 players in close proximity towards the B site. One of them is Robin, just there with a Famus. Watch him from a distance, really try and pop at him. You're going to have that fast rotate coming around as well. Robin with a flashbang to aid his teammates when they get contact.
Oh, flash. Pops just before the smoke does fade, so Radix had no reason to push there. Flashbang, poorly timed, but Max with the first frag. Pulses want to back up his teammate, and Max to get the double. As the push from Radix. Futile at that point as it goes into round number 7. 4-round deficit now for Radix as they've gone for an execution towards, well, I say execution, just one smoke, one flashbang and a Molotov, which didn't work last time, versus Pulse and Max. They've now gone for a simple contact, force the issue sort of play by, after the flashbang failing, just going in, trying to trade the frags towards the site. But if you lose the first kill and don't trade it, the round is pretty much over. Pulse and Max having a very good crossfire. And now into the eco. Endpoint could be getting off to a very, very strong start.
Dream. It's far enough, a couple of warning shots towards mid. They don't really have much to work with at all. Obviously, it is just going to be the eco. You expect Endpoint to just slaughter him, paint the town red. And that should be the case. But you never know. They lost to London Lynx. Are they going to lose to Radix?
Yeah, but your boy Luz is back from Ibiza. He's been partying it up.
The biceps are ready.
Yep, keep
pumped.
Hide your daughters, hide your wife. Luz is on the prowl. But Robin going to be clearing up the ecos. Thomas as well, notorious for how good he is at gaining those eco frags. But only 1 kill for him in that last one, so is he really on form? But anyway, questions really to be answered from Radix and not Endpoint, as they're the ones with the 5-round advantage. Round number 8, as Radix once again go for the buy. Jacob or Dream, not going to be wooed in the AWP as of yet, so that may be their last port of call to play for picks off the back of the orb. But so far, where can they really gain an advantage? Endpoint have been playing passive angles towards the B-bomb site, waiting for an execution. They have been over-facing with the ult themselves. Towards the A site, I guess Robin towards apartments could be a potential opportunity, but anyway, enough of the thought processes and more into what actually happened. 4 versus 4 now as a trade happens towards top Banana, but it favors the T's. Pulse down to 17 HP, and Banana control now in the hands of the T's. Endpoint might have to go for a late take towards apartments. Might have to do something smart here, Jack, as they are down a man and down information.
Yeah, split 4 players aside. Robin, it's a nice angle to actually use up here as well. Catches him off guard, can get that first frag. If Zero comes through Boiler, he could have a terrible day. Let's see if he is going to be able to use his AK. Pushes straight through. He's annihilated by Thomas, but there is a double trade. Roma and Jacob work together. They've got site control as well. It's going to be an absolute hike. The Inferno Marathon from B site to A site the whole way round up through Speedway. As they grab their bottle of orange juice on the way, and they're feeling fresh.
You do love an orange juice, don't you?
You got, yeah, you got to.
That is your go-to drink at the airport.
Keep your vitamin C high.
Yeah.
Do you mean at the plane station?
Plane at the airport.
At the plane station.
At the plane station, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
The plane station. Get your terms right.
Yeah. Before we get on the rails.
Just about to jump on my flight from the plane station.
Well, it's going to be a PlayStation towards the A site here. Surprised Endpoint are going for this one. Pulse is on 17 HP, and Endpoint could just save. This is all down to the Curly Whirly himself. As he's going to be melting under the sun, under pressure.
It is a hot day, Snods.
It is 33 degrees, would you believe it?
It's the hottest day of the year.
I know, my back was showing it.
You are one sweaty boy. What do you reckon the percentage of gamer to shorts ratio in this game right now?
I reckon just boxers.
Yeah? They've gone for the pantless raid.
That's a good term. That's the World of Warcraft term, isn't it? The pant. Oh, that's good.
If you played a warrior, you would take off your pants to generate more rage.
Yeah, exactly. Or a feral druid.
Yep. You didn't want to wear the pants.
Exactly, but each their own. 5 versus 5 as we are into the 9th round. Once again, another buy round here as Radix claiming the last one. And can they try and get 2 rounds in a row? They got reset last time and they have to try and avoid it.
Yep. Are the pants going to be coming on or off as they push their way up towards this B site? Luzzle with the first frag. Looks for a little bit more. But they're a bit timid. They don't quite fancy it. It's like when you dip your toe into the pool. It is quite cold. You're like, ooh, don't really fancy it. You've got to get the whole body in if you do go for the player. Instead, Robin creeps up behind you like this. And it's going to do something a little bit filthy. Waits for the first play. He's just going to be holding the angle on Roma. Everyone is there. He's going to be hearing tons of audio cues. You can go for this. Clears it as well. These are now 3 frags. Double kill comes in. The collateral, the first blow, and the third. Robin is just laying them all out.
My goodness. A moment of absolute magic there from Robin. As like a magician, he comes in from behind unsuspectedly, and they're left bewildered how he made that play.
The thing is as well, right, here's a question. You've got a player like Robin. The issue is, his calling style is a lot more on the fly. You know, there isn't as much there in terms of the groundwork and the overall playbook that you're going to be building. It's very much sort of mid-round calls that are quite aggressive, quite fast-paced, and he'll do a whole lot of the work individually as well. That's the benefit you have. It's not an IGL who's like an MSL or someone who is tactically gifted, but is a sort of lower caliber in terms of their own individual play. He's someone that will go for these audacious plays, Nods. But that's not going to work every time. You've got to chalk it up as well. Some of the games that we've had with Endpoint, if they're off to a slow start, Robin can't really go for those plays. Sure, you might win one round here or there if he gets a 3K, but if that's not coming through, the rest of the team needs something more. And I still feel like there's so much skill, but it's almost as if there's light pollution, Snods, so you can't see the stars sparkle as brightly.
Gosh.
It's a little analogy for it.
Where's the campaign for that?
I know. Turn off the lights.
Yeah, well, it's a good point to bring up, obviously. When you have an in-game leader, such as a Godby, or the other example you gave, MSL, where they have more of a tactical approach to the game, but they don't frag quite as much, or their impact is not on the scoreboard. There can be the issue where if you have an in-game leader like Robin, obviously, what do you go full back on? If Lazar isn't hitting his shots, if Thomas is, you know, a bit scared, not feeling confident to entry, or if yourself as the in-game leader, Robin, if he's not feeling confident, how many of these strats are based off of him? His aggression, his push on the T side, his CT first frags, and if he isn't feeling up to the plate, does that hinder the team across the whole board?
Oh, we've just got to play like this against the Nico, where he's just going to go for the fast play down second mid. Loses everything, but at least the frags are coming back through. And
wow.
It's only JKM that remains. He has an M4, though.
Thomas wasting $900 against a player of no Kevlar. But, okay, I guess it's going to be his decision. As $900 could be the difference between many things.
Yeah, you can buy a lot for $900.
Round number 12.
Buy a nice little hat.
Oh dear, that's an inside joke. Yeah, that's an inside joke, that is. 9-2. Round number 12 here. And once again, Radix still not able to get more than 2 rounds on the board. They win a round, they get reset, and the cash gets destroyed. But, oh my goodness, watching Astralis.
I know, they're going for the nade strats. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything at all. Not a single scratch on them.
Yeah. Thought that counts, though. Thought that counts. They did throw those grenades fairly early, but it's good to see a bit of teamwork there between Thomas and Co at the A-bomb site. But once again, back to normal. Lads are going to be opening towards the B side. Pulse probably holding a Molotov or holding a flashbang in his hand, ready and preemptive for the shot towards B. It's a Molotov actually, so fair play. But right now for Radix, they have no control towards Banana. It's going to be a very easy rotation for Lazar once the play comes in towards A.
Robin. Silent assassin play on the first man, Jacob. He is going to get manhandled, and there is just 2 more boys there waiting in position as well. Smoked off, trapped a little bit. They've got small amounts of support with Roma being close by, but Dream does the dirty work for him. Lays out the first man, gets the hit off on Max, but Pulse needs to respond. No chance in hell. Down on the ground in absolute seconds. Lazar, if he falls short, he's about to be overwhelmed from all different angles. Finds the first critical kill, but he's still got to pick them to pieces, and the play doesn't work out quite how he wanted it to.
3 versus 3. As Lazar going to be conceding the B-bomb site. If he gets an extra frag here as well, it will make such a big difference for the retake. But so far, he may have bought just enough time for Endpoint. Dream gets the frag onto Robin. Flashbang comes through, connects onto the 2 players, but Lazar, while blind, still gets that frag. And Radix having the advantage here, and Dream just throwing it away instantly.
Flashbang over. Thomas goes for the anti-flash peek. They're trying to clear out these angles, but they need to be quick, smart about it. They've got double kits to work with, so they do have a little bit of extra time. Crossfires in play from Radix, but Thomas and Lazar overpower it. It doesn't matter that they had the structure. They come in like a bulldozer.
Well, Endpoint down 3 versus 2. They did look shaken, but not stirred, as they still bring the round back. Thanks to, you could argue, Dream flashing himself. I believe it was Jacob actually pulled the pin on the flash as well, but asking for the call, giving away that advantage, bringing it down to a 2 versus 2. Endpoint with the defuse kit and the Molotov, able to flush out the peaks from Radix. And now they see themselves perched at double digits already. 10-2 with the 8-round advantage. The CT side looks like a lockdown.
Jacob does have the picture of the flash as his team logo. Oh, is that Daredevil, actually?
No, it's Flash.
No, it's Daredevil. There he is, yeah.
That is a pretty good Steam picture, though, the Flash.
Yeah.
And then Roma's got Justin Bieber.
Of course. Mr. Hoy is just Whiskers. Other brands of cat food are
available, of course. Oh, it missed the first kill. Jacob lurking through the smoke, trying to go for the 4-1 start at CS, but maybe the 4-1's coming out of fashion. Flashbang connects here. Pressure brought onto the players at CT side from Endpoint, but it's Max Apost to light things up.
Do you know what was really clean about that, actually? Max had a lovely timed flash there. Cheeky little pop flash. Blinds everyone in the entry. Instantly, they had the follow-up flash come through as well. That was a whole lot better of a B defense from Endpoint. You can see there was actually communication behind that thought process. They had the planning ready. It was played nicely. Ooh. Unfortunately for them, though, they are getting outclassed on the old AK-101. Thomas has been sent back to sleep school. Now it's up for Luzzer and Robin to attempt to try and mount a retake here as they go in guns blazing. One flashbang that has now been expunged out. A bit of a popper. But it's not really dazed or confused them. Robin launches in the Molotov as well. Roman's only on 1 HP, but Mr. Hoy works well with him. They actually managed to pull it off, though. Mr. Hoy peeks into Robin's Molotov after he's dead, hits him with a martyrdom, and that is going to be Luzzer getting another round. 11-2 now as they're soaring ahead.
Once again, Radix with the advantage. A 3 versus 2 in the last one, and a 2 versus 1 just there. Poorly played rounds from Radix as things are just getting sloppy here. So surprising to see Zeo not really showing up too much. If you're in a team with Zeo or spectating, casting, viewing, Zeo usually is that player in the limelight. Aggressive style sometimes he wants to be, but typically he is more passive, more of that lurk player, but very good at getting entry frags across the map. Very strong at a 4-1 style of CS where he has his team towards one half of the map and he is alone, lurking as a lone wolf. But right now he tries to go for that lurk and play, but they're just walking into the scope, just effortlessly giving away frags here, and this looks horrendous here from Radix.
Yep, Radix definitely stuck in a rut right now. Not too good at all. Looks like they're going extinct. Like the dodo.
Unfortunately, mate, I was reading WhatsApp, so I missed that one.
Maybe you shouldn't be looking at your phone.
That is very true. I'll put my phone away, mate, just for you.
I hope you should. Ridiculous. Push coming in towards this B site. Mighty Max with the opening kill. Does eliminate Jacob. The Molotovs and the HE's going to be rolled in as well. Robin's gone for another classic push. As per usual, he loves taking it from behind, so he is going to be able to get both of those frags. Thomas lays out another man as Zeo hits the deck, and it is only Roma that remains. And it seems like that will be a very, very dominant half from Endpoint. 13-2 as they soar ahead.
11-round advantage here for Endpoint before they go into their T side. And as you said, you were spectating them before. And it is their T side which is feared. So what are the differences that you think you've seen between this Endpoint here playing right now compared to the ones you saw versus Wind and Rain and versus Vexed?
I think they were a lot more tired. I think they had been up since 8 AM.
That's very true.
And had eventually managed to get back to bed at 2 AM the preceding day. So I reckon that probably hit them quite hard.
What time was the final?
Like 11 PM, 10 PM.
So they're up for like 20 hours?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, that hit them. Obviously, you've got to take into consideration as well, they had Cray rather than Robin. So a different player. Oh, hang on.
Wait.
Someone ringing in. Who have we got there?
Hello? Hello? Is that Ian Harding?
Hello? What you want, Snods? Were you ringing me on the show?
I just wanted to see how you do, mate. A little bit of a catch-up. How's things? Obviously, seeing trying to find more work. Are you going to be playing again? Are we going to be seeing you in coaching? Are you going to be seeing on the big stage?
You just have to wait and see if you see me at Prem Finals. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to put it on the line for you right there. All right. Big round coming out here from Endpoint, though. Absolutely smashing it. Snod's going to be fair with you. Mr. Hoy, nice response under Luzza, but Jacob, can he clutch it?
Oh, Gerard! As they're going to be running up towards B. Robin with the entry towards Banana. As the B site left completely vacant here from the Radix side. This could be a 14-2 and the final nail in the coffin. Thanks for listening in. Stephen Gerrard, # Ian Harding.
Yep, cheers for that, Ian. Always good to hear from the fans. Mr. Hoyt and Zio on the retake. Ooh, struggling a little bit, but it's Robin to pop the head of Mr. Hoyt. Zio has to do it all on his lonesome. He can be an absolute Greek god of a gamer, but not today. He is frozen solid, petrified by a basilisk.
Or Medusa.
Yep.
Yep. Other brands of Greek gods are available.
Yeah. Of course.
40-2, Jack. This has been quite redundant. Usually,
it's been a fast game.
Yeah, when you're casting, you get into it when it's like a 12-12, 13-13. And then once it gets to this sort of stage, the jokes do come out, as you've got to keep it entertaining, keep it free-flowing, and keep the viewers engaged.
If Endpoint were a car, right now, they would be a... they would be a Vauxhall Citroen.
Why is that?
Because I feel like they're quite.
Because Lars just came back from Ibiza.
Yeah, they're a family team. Yeah, he spent all the money in Ibiza.
Yeah, all they can afford now.
They've had to settle
Vauxhall.
for a Vauxhall.
Radix would be a.
That'd be an old banger. It's got a potato in the engine.
Yeah. Somehow Jacob's still here.
He's trying to keep it together.
Yep.
They have lost Dream.
They have lost Dream.
Nightmare.
I know. A lot of respect for Jacob. Successful guy in CS, successful guy outside of CS as well. Very good job.
Runs his own Subway franchise.
Oh, dear. Anyway, 4 versus 4 here. Obviously going to be the 4 spot here from Radix. They need rounds on the board. One could argue it's already too late here as the flashbang connects. Zio blind already as Roma. A little bit of a off ankle here. Only able to get a dink, but nothing more.
Oh, absolute meatball marinara on the site right now. Everyone is going down. It's just Mr. Hoy and Jacob that remain. The retakes of the CZ's not coming through strong as Thomas will beat him down. The Deagle frag's coming through as well. This should be Thomas to pop his head. And there we have it. He is going to be obliterated. 1 round away. That's all Endpoint need to close this out and bring themselves back on track to get a couple more wins under their belts. No, they want to try and secure that top place. They want that first seed.
27 frags for the IGLN captain of Endpoint. Question is Robert going to move into the gaming house?
Probably not. He's Swedish, isn't he?
Yeah, what difference does that make, mate? He could live in.
He's got stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got stuff on, all right.
Yeah, he's got snus to have. He's got what else?
Got Fika to have.
Yeah, Fika to have.
Bulla.
Yeah. All in all,
he's got rounds to win, mate.
Exactly.
Thomas is going to be winning those right now. Double kill.
Double the thrill. As it's going to be a... I was going to say a 4 versus 2, but Lars a little bit of a whiff there. Still going to be slightly drunk for Ibiza as he's back in action. Just going to be Roma now, 19
Look
HP.
at the double chicken in there. Where are they? What are they up to? They're not having any REM sleep. Thomas, he's dead.
Mate. That's not an FPL player.
This is an FPL Snots.
This is a major.
This is an ESL Prem
Cast.
and they're dead.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there you have it.
Would you look at that?
That's the end of that one. Endpoint, they quickly stomped back through. They thought about it. They've gone, you know what? Look, we've had a loss to London Lynx.
Yep.
We've all had a laugh. A good time was had by all.
Yeah, especially Laz, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, it was Laz's round only a week ago in Ibiza, and now it's his round here as they take this one 16-2. Very one-sided. Only 2 rounds collected there in total by the likes of Radix, and now they go. What was it 2-5 now for Radix here?
Yeah.
Let me take a look on the standings real quick.
On the sheets.
Real quick. So they are last with 3 points. Oh, wow, they've only got 1 win so far. Even worse than I thought. 1-6 here for Radix, as they might get auto-relegated. And my, would that be a sight to be seen?
It's a shame, isn't it, really? Because Radix actually had a very good run last season, which was the Royals roster.
Yep.
That Royals roster hasn't had the best run. They've also lost quite a few of their players. For no fault of their own, obviously, players wanted to leave. And Capers has been left with a bit of a mare, trying to restructure it and get things actually in somewhat of a usable ship shape. So both of these sides have really struggled, the Radix and Royals boys. unfortunately for them, this season has really just not gone the way they've wanted it to. And normally they do come in with a few upsets. You expect it to be those sort of two groups to provide us with a little upset here and there.
Especially when you look at the names on the roster as well. I mean, Jacob, one of the best IGLs we have in the UK scene. Dream, a consummate player within the UK scene. And then you look as well, Zio standing in, but Zio's no stranger to standing in.
Oh, yeah.
Roma as well, another great player. Lots of history there for himself, and all in all, did not work in their favour. And this team's been struggling, and when there's no salaries, there's no contracts, does this team last, last past Prem? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's true.
Hopefully they prove me wrong. Hopefully they prove me wrong.